Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Rants Show. This is going to be an actual rant this episode. I know you guys have been waiting for that. I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video that it's about Facebook Marketplace. Now, the idea of a marketplace, not necessarily one owned by Facebook, but the idea of a marketplace, an online marketplace, is a good idea. Originally it was Craigslist, but people were getting abducted and held hostage and ransomed. So that kind of fell out. Then more like local kind of websites started to show up. Now Facebook Marketplace has pretty much blanketed like the entire country for the most part. My problem with Facebook Marketplace is the people. Not the people running it, because I don't know them and I don't want to. But it's the people who post on Facebook Marketplace. Now, when you're someone like me personally, I don't sell things on Facebook Marketplace. I only buy things. But the people who do sell things go out of their way to make it so incredibly difficult for people to buy their shit. So I just thought I would explain to you how to make a good listing, a good Facebook Marketplace ad listing, whatever you want to call it, because apparently people don't know. So let's start off. Number one, let's say you are selling, let's just say a car. Let's just say a car. You're selling a car. Okay. So the first step when selling a car on Facebook Marketplace is to find out what car you're selling. Now, you might be thinking, no shit. But you would be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever looked on Facebook Marketplace, you would be surprised. So find out what car you're selling. Find out how many miles are on the car. Find out if it's a clean title or not. Find out if it's an automatic or manual transmission. And put this information in your Facebook ad. Because guess what? If you don't, you're going to get 1,000 messages from people asking you those questions. Second, and this is probably the most important thing if you actually want to sell your car. Take pictures of it. And when I say take pictures of it, I mean take a picture that covers the entire car. Meaning if you take a picture and 2/3 of the picture is like the grass or the driveway or the street, and 1/3 of the picture is the actual car that you're trying to sell, that's an issue. That's an issue. If it's difficult to see the car in your posting, like if it's a blurry photo or the car's not in the photo or like covers 20% of the photo, it's going to be more difficult to sell your piece of shit car. Okay. Speaking of pieces of shit, step 3, you need to do the bare minimum when it comes to research. And what I mean by that is if your car is, 30 years old or newer, go on to Kelley Blue Book, look up the value of it. I'm sorry to sadden you, but your car is not in excellent condition. Okay? No car is in excellent condition. Okay? Your car is in good condition, maybe even fair condition. So you price it as such. People think that they buy a car, they drive it around for 5 years, they put 30,000 miles on it or 50,000 miles on it, 10,000 miles a year. And then when they go to sell it, they try to sell it for just under what they paid for it. No. No. I mean, I see cars on Facebook Marketplace that have been listed for months. Like I'm looking at one, it's 8 months old. Every 6 weeks he drops the price by like $500. It's like, "Hey buddy, Drop the price by $5,000 and then maybe someone would contact you about it. But that's the issue. If you have a car that is sentimental to you and you don't want to sell it for a certain price, don't sell it. Okay? I understand that inflation exists, but inflation really doesn't pertain to, 20-year-old cars with 250,000 miles on them. Okay? There's a reason you're getting rid of it. If it worked great with no issues and it was your daily driver, you wouldn't be getting rid of it. Okay? So you have to price it accordingly, or else it'll just sit on Facebook Marketplace forever. Now, my favorite thing is when I see a car that I kind of am interested in. When it's just posted, it's not very fun. You see a car that you want, the price is decent, it's not great, you're definitely going to be overpaying for it, but they just posted it. But when you see a car that you really, really want, and it's been listed for like 8 months, holy shit, you can just swoop in with the lowest ball, like the smallest denomination of American currency, and they will take it. If a car has been listed for 8 months at like 5,000, you just say, "Hey, I will give you 1,500 for it." You just lowball the shit out of them. Because the thing is that you can tell there's patterns to this. There's patterns to this shit. If a car has been listed for 8 months and it's just sat there, no updates, no price decrease, it's probably already been sold and they just forgot to take the listing down. But there's cars that I've watched where like I said, like every month or so, they'll lower the price by $500. That means that not only do they still have the car, but they want to get rid of it. They just don't know how to get rid of it. So you have to tell them how, by telling them what their car is worth. That is the secret, ladies and gentlemen. So you can just swoop in there. You literally just like pull up. You pull up like an Uber, pull up to the curb, and you drop the meanest stinker of an offer on them. And hopefully, this is the goal, the desperation and the anxiety of not being able to pay for their rent that month will allow you to get a good deal on a car or any product, really. The car was just the example. But that is the Facebook Marketplace tips and tricks guide. I think I'm going to do a part 2 to this. Maybe not soon, but some point. But that is the tips and tricks. So if you're a seller, you need to sell your product and you need to have like the minimum level of, like fine motor skill, not even fine, just basic motor function to sell something on Facebook Marketplace. And if you're a buyer, that desperation, that time on the listing is your best friend. Okay? It's like this. It's like this. If you're a wolf and you see a sheep that's left alone, the mother just walked away. It's like a little lamb. The mother just walked away for a second. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to do anything. But if you wait and that little lamb has been left alone for like 2-3 hours, mama's not coming back, or at least not in time. So you as the wolf can go down and just rip the baby lamb to shreds. That's the Facebook Marketplace strategy. You got to rip your opponent to shreds when it comes to price. You got to haggle. You got to get that good deal. Good deals are what it's all about. So take this advice, follow it, and then give me some kickbacks on this. If you save 40%, I want 10% of that. You can send it to me. So I appreciate you listening to this, and I will see you tomorrow.